Hello, today we are going to take care of fixing this vending coffee machine. This is industrial design that is accepting coins and is going to spit your hot coffee, hot water, or any mixture that you can get from a coffee, milk, and hot water and chocolate. Here is what's on the menu. Here is the LCD screen and the coin sorting machine. So you put your euros, you select what you want, and it's going to spit your coffee in that location. You are going to put a cup over there. So let's open this device and see what's the problem. Here on top you've got a small key that is used for opening this unit. So let me go back. This is the device after being open. We can see that we've got a storage container for different things. This is for coffee beans, and those coffee beans are going to be grinded in that device. And then they are going to be brewed here. We've got lots of tubes. This is the water container. We've got around 4 liters of water. We've got some sort of dry powder milk. I'm pretty sure this is not like a generic milk. That's going to be something with a longer shelf life, and also that is prevent of clogging. And we've got a chocolate, so we can mix that ingredients by a software. Here the powder is going to be delivered, and then it's going to go through those pipes into your cup. Here we can see the tube for a hot water and for coffee. So we've got a couple tubes. Here is a drip container. On the other side, this is place for coins. This is the coin sorter. It's going to count coins. And if the coin is going to be okay, it will end up in that bucket. From things that are important to you is this button. It's enabled to open a service menu and do things like configuration, cleaning, and free shopping. This device have a safety lock, and if you are going to open it like we've got over here, then device will be not operational. And for that, for overriding, we've got a small key. This is the safety switch that is usually triggered by closing the machine, but for a service operation we can go like this, and now we engage the safety, which of course we shouldn't do, but as we are a service technician, then we of course have to do it. And the question is, what's the problem? The problem is that it do not put out any liquid, and there is couple things that can be wrong. We can have a blockage on the water line. We can have a broken solenoid valve, and we can have a broken pump. I expect right now the pump to be broken. The reason for that is after I select from the menu hot water, I can clearly hear a small puff, and that small puff came from steam that is built in the thermal block, and that's telling me that solenoid valve is open and we do not have blockage on the pipe on that side. So we've got a problem with the input Okay, we are power on. Do not pay attention to any error code. We are in the normal mode of operation, and if I would like to order something like a cup of water, we have to pay. So we are going to go into our service mode. I'm pressing the button. We've got number 3 and we have to select that number from a keyboard. I'm going to select option 3 from the keypad. Now we are being asked for a special password. In my case it's 876 and we are in the free purchase mode. I can grab our cap, put it under and order water, and the water should go out, but it's not going out. So let's try to open. This is back of the device and we can see our main control board. We've got lots of circuitry for switching all key components like a MOSFET, heater. Most likely the heaters are going to be switched using the relays, maybe the smaller solenoid valve using that MOSFETs. Let's see downward. Here we've got the water tank. We've got beefy power supply. Here is this is the thermal block. It's boiling water and turning it to steam. In that location over there, this is the pump, and I connected outlet from the pump into this glass cap. I turn it on and not a single drop fall into. Then I make sure that at the inlet of the pump we've got water flowing, and yes, we have. And the pump is hot, so we've got definitely this pump running but not pumping water. So let me remove it. I'm draining water from the tank and I'm preparing to remove the pump. And here we can see at the pump, after being removed, we've got the power connector. Pump have 70 watt and it's made by company Fluid Auteur. The water inlet, water outlet, that part go into the heat block. And you might ask yourself, why do we have another hose? And this is a bypass, just in case the heat block is going to be cooling down, and when it's hot it's expanding. When the water is cooling down, it's going to shrink itself, lower the volume, then the pump is going to be destroyed. So we've got the bypass, we've got the another path that allow water to flow. This is a hose that is doing exactly the same that pump, but give you a way of a free flow. So this is a bypass. So I'm going to use exactly the same replacement. Here is a replacement. Let's take a look what we've got to work. 70 watt and looks exactly the same. We've got our bypass, we've got the power connector. Everything is protected against dirt, and I'm going to hook it up, and I hope we are going to have a good fix. Okay, so we release our outlet hose. Now we are going to remove the cap, and it should have exactly the same thread. And yes, it does. New pump mounted in place. We can fill system with water and take a look whether we are going to have a good fix. And this is the old pump after removing. Now it's going to fill and warm up. Let's add water, hot water for tea. And perfect. This is what we want to see. Let's try a hot chocolate. I would like hot chocolate, so let's do it. So this is the hot chocolate, and afterward you can see that clean water is emptying the pipe. Let's see how the dispensing process looks like. This is the dispenser. Hot chocolate once again, please. We have a small problem. By the time where the device was not operational, the creamer turned into solid. It is solid and it's not working, and now I'm being afraid, does it damage the gearbox? So we are going to try to once again, but that time I'm going to observe the gear, the shaft that is connecting here, and it's making rotation of that element that is dispensing the creamer. And if I saw correctly, it was actually spinning and dispensing. Let's try once again. And it was working. So thankfully the only problem is going to be in cleaning that up. You are adjusting the time in the software, so absolutely do not afraid. They can spin in a completely different amount of time. Depending on the problem, you can make a coffee with more milk or less. That is all. Everything is controlled by the software. For you that was a 1 second, but for me it is a next day. I clean up the solid dispenser that was for a milk, and the second one for the chocolate. I have to dry it very good, so there will be not even a single drop of water, because it will start solidifying and ruin our ingredients. So I do not have on site my milk, so I'm going to show you the device just with a coffee. I replace off camera the CFL bulb, and as you can see, the milky lady is being lit. There is a CFL tube that was about 8 watts. I replace it and everything is working just fine. And here I've got a glass, just like that. And let's start from just regular water. The dose is for the cup, but as you can see, it went really nice. And if you would like to make a coffee, then it is absolutely not a problem. Now it's going to grind coffee and brew it. Just give it a second. And here is our coffee. So as you can clearly see, after replacing pump, everything is working just fine. We've got a good fix. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time and bye bye.